Are you guys ready to take back your country? I don't know about you, but I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna... So what do we do? I say we get involved personally. Educate yourself on the issues. Get vocal to everyone around you, everyone in the workplace, everyone you meet who will listen. Get dialed into the new media. Get technically savvy. Use Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. Text your outrage to the representatives in Washington, in Sacramento. Let them know you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore. And if they don't listen to us, they're out of the job. Do you want to take back your country? Do you want to take back your country? Well, let's do it. God bless America. Thank you. I want to introduce right now the guy who started Big Hollywood. I don't know if any of you have been to that website. It's Breitbart, Andrew Breitbart. You go to Breitbart.com/Big Hollywood. We're making a difference in Hollywood. We're writing essays. We're mixing it up. We're stirring up the hornet's nest. And he started the Matt Drudge Report. He was no, he didn't. Well, he had a lot to do with it. Okay, he knows somebody who started it. Anyway, he's a genius writer. He did Hollywood Interrupted with Mark Ebner, and which was on the New York Times bestseller list for I think 347 years or something like that. I may be exaggerating, but anyway, a great humanitarian and a smooth dancer, Andrew Breitbart.
Martha, you lied to me. You said there were only going to be 1,000 people here. What a liar! How many people? This is at least 2,000 people. One town in the United States of America, and there's hundreds of these going on, and you're not going to see it on the nightly news tonight unless it's said in the context of Janet Napolitano and the Department of Homeland Security, and stating that we're a bunch of terrorists in the making. That's slander. The Department of Homeland Security was created to make sure that people don't come over this border who are from Iraq and Afghanistan and from other parts of the world where they have stated that they have an intent to kill us. How on God's green earth are we now the enemy? This is not the first time that this has happened. When America was mourning, as a matter of fact, we weren't even in the mourning stage. In 1994, when the Murrah building was attacked in Oklahoma City, before Timothy McVeigh was arraigned, Bill Clinton blamed talk radio. In America, you're innocent until proven guilty. The American people, 47%, 51%, I don't care, we're not guilty on that. We wanted Timothy McVeigh to be put to death, and he was, and that's our death penalty that they don't believe in. Yeah! We loathe extremists. We loathe abortion explosions that happen. That is not where we come from. And when Nancy Pelosi and when Janet and CNN and the New York Times treats half of the country as if they're on a waiting list to become extremist terrorists, there's something wrong in this country. And I'm going to tell you how this happened. Because I was a C student in college, I was a C student in high school, so I can't talk to you about the deficit and the trillions because I can't count that high, and I don't know, it's getting out of my mental range. But what I can tell you about is what happened in the United States and how we got to this point. It's because good people like you didn't stand up. I didn't stand up. For 40 years, they kept increasing our taxes. Okay, fine, 9 to 5 becomes 8 to 5. 8 to 5 becomes 8 to 6. 7 to 7. We wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get it on the 405. We spend an hour in traffic. All we have is our talk radio. Fine, I'll pay extra for the Yes, them too. That's all we have. We are the workers. We are the Costco army out there. We are the vast middle class of this country. I am not a rich man. I'm handsome, but I ain't rich. Okay, we'll get to you. We'll get to you. I agree. Okay. We'll get to the slavery is back part of the festivities. Sir, I love you. I love you dearly. Thank you for coming, but I have a few things to say. The subtext of this, and I hope it becomes the hypertext linked on the internet and everybody sees, is that what is on trial today is the mainstream media of the United States of America. It is not their job to tell us what our motivations are before we come here to speak to you, to tell you what our grievance is. For the last 8 years under George W. Bush, we watched as every imaginable hate group possibly come together in the name of denigrating a wartime president. Newsweek and Time magazine would treat these organizations as if they were these blissful, wonderful organizations. And look how exciting it is that the college students are amassing. They would even allow for concepts like that the Republican Party was trying to create a draft in 2004. And MTV perpetuated that falsehood in order to scare the young students. And right now they brag about how there's a young student movement. How do you get a student movement? You get it because the left has documented from 8 to 12. They blissfully take our tax money as we take our children out of those schools because they're going to turn you at best into an activist acorn automaton. That's the best thing that these people can provide, is to take a kid who doesn't know anything about the Constitution but is angry at you for waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and listening to talk radio as you pay for their silly behavior. And I don't even know, I don't count high enough to tell you how much money this government paid to an activist group that's corrupt up to its teeth in Acorn in order to organize events, in order to get people who are drunk on the side of the road, who are victims of the social programs that are supposed to be done so that people aren't flat and that they, hey, why don't you come in our van? I'll get you to vote 1, 2, 3, 4 times. The media is perpetuating the myth that we aren't allowed to protest. Before I came here, I met with Pat Cadell, who's the Democratic pollster under Jimmy Carter, and I told him that we were coming here, and we talked about how the mainstream media is propagating this falsehood, this slander on the American public that we somehow don't have a right to protest. 2 weeks after they get into office, the DeSantis patriotic bumper stickers are still in my nightmare. That they can protest anything they want, and we can't come out here as Americans and listen to God Bless America. That is your CNN, baby. That's your UC Berkeley. In 40 years, we allowed for these people to dominate our lives. So just let us listen to our talk radio. We'll pay for the taxes. Well, they pushed too hard, because the first thing that these punks did when they got into office was to isolate us for execution. They went after Rush Limbaugh and called him a racist. They went after Rick Santelli for daring to say that people are outraged out there. What is that? That's not America. Look, that's why I brought Gary. He's good at creating a chanting atmosphere. I don't have any slogans here, but I want to tell you a few things that I have here.